Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, Life of Shania, and today I am back with a new video. So I've been getting a lot of questions about my Aruba trip on my IG. People have asked how much did this cost, how much did that cost. They want to know like my little itinerary, where was that place, So I'm about to break everything down, and I will tell you everything you need to know about Aruba. Now, I've watched a few videos, and I think that there's some information that you just don't get. So I'm going to give you everything you need to go if you're planning a trip to Aruba, or if you already have a trip in the works that's probably going to be happening in the next couple days. You're definitely going to want to watch this, okay? So before we get started, just do me a favor, and if you find any information helpful, just comment below and hit the like button. And secondly, if you would like to become a member of the family, do me a favor and hit the subscribe button. Okay, so let's get started. So I went to Aruba March 9th to the 14th. This was a Girlstrip / birthday trip. So it was my 35th birthday. We were in lockdown for quite some time, and me and my girls decided that we needed a little vacation, so why not do both? So I did try to travel with JetBlue. The tickets, I think the ticket was $268, so we really did get a really good deal. It was $268. It was a non-stop flight. It's about 3 hours in change. Got there in about 3 hours because the flight was pretty light, maybe 20 people on there, if that much. So we got to Aruba pretty quickly. So I love JetBlue for that, and I love the fact that when I was coming back, I got a free upgrade. So I love traveling with JetBlue pretty much. So there is 4 important things that you need to know when you are going to Aruba. 1, you're going to need to take a COVID test 72 hours before you travel. So we were leaving on a Tuesday. I took the test on a Saturday. We actually got our test back pretty fast. I took it Saturday. I got it back Sunday that morning, like around 10. So wherever you're going, you need to make sure that you're taking a PCR test, okay? And you also need to make sure that you can get your results back in a timely manner. I know sometimes when you're going on, especially when you're doing a COVID test, you'll be like, oh, I'll wait 2 days out, 2 days before I leave to find out from the place if they take it. No, we're not doing none of that. We are calling up a week or 2 before we leave to find out, okay, I'm taking it here. They do have the PCR test, and we're good and ready to go. We're going to get it back in a timely manner. I mean, if you're in the US, there is so many test sites, so you could pretty much just walk in and just get your COVID test done. I took mine like in a church. I don't remember the name of the church that I took it at, but it's pretty much everywhere. Like, why would you leave a place where it is free to go to Aruba and pay? Doesn't make sense. Anyway, so moving on. Secondly, you are going to need to download the Aruba Health app. I am going to put it on the screen so you guys see what the health app looks like. If you are going in a group, okay, it's okay if 2 people download the app. What happened is that we were a group of 4. So I had the health app, and I was able to add all of my friends. So when they asked for the test results, I was just able to just show it on my health app. You are going to need that in Aruba, okay? So that's how you get your results. They'll send you a message and say that it's ready, but to actually view the results, you're going to need to have that health app with you, okay? Okay, the third thing that you are going to need is the ED card. Now, let me tell you a little, story with the ED card. So, my friend got like a little misinformation. We thought that we didn't have to do it. That was just a way of, I guess, paying, basically just bypassed having the hassle of doing it, in pen and everything. on the plane, but that was not the case. The ED card, you actually need to board the plane. So when the guy came around and he was like checking everything to make sure everybody had everything, the COVID test, the ED card, we didn't have it. Like we didn't know it was mandatory. Anyway, so we sat down and we did it at the airport, but I would not suggest that. That is so nerve-wracking. You do not want the door to be closing while you're basically trying to, fumble and try to fill this out, because by the time then your anxiety level is like here. So they allow you to fill it out 3 days before you leave, so you definitely want to do that as soon as possible. Okay, so just maybe in the comfort of your own home, just sit there and just fill it out. They're just asking you random questions. They're just asking you, not a random question, but basic questions, I should say, like where are you staying, how long are you staying, all the little formal questions. So basically just want to make sure that basically to keep track of you. That's what I say, just to keep track of you. And it's $30. We stayed 6 days, 5 nights. So I don't really think it matters the day that you stay. I just think that it's just one straight $30 that you have to pay. And my fourth tip is load up. When I said load up on the sunscreen. Aruba is very hot, okay? And yes, it has a nice breeze to it, so it's not humid, but it is hot, okay? I came back looking like a burnt chicken. I mean, the tan was kind of nice, I ain't gonna lie, but I was kind of looking a little crazy because one part of my face was dark, and then the next part of my chest was a really a different color. It was like lighter. So if you go to my Aruba video that I posted like 2 weeks ago, you'll definitely be able to see exactly what I was talking about. By the time I hit Zeerovers, it was like 2 different colors that was going on here. So definitely that is my tip for you guys, my 4 tips. Then when we got to the airport, what to expect? Well, like I said, when we traveled, it wasn't crazy busy, because even getting through the airport was really light. It was not busy at all. So when you get to the airport, they are definitely going to check that COVID test. So what I did that helped me, and it was like actually a suggestion that was made by one of my supervisors, because she travels a lot. She said to highlight your name, highlight your date of birth, highlight the PCR test, so they see it was a nasal test that you did. So there is no fumbling with the papers. They can just look, see, negative. Okay, you're good to go. So that's what I did. I took all my friends' paper and I did that. So it was just an easy process for us to just go through the airport. They're going to give you 2 cards. One, basically you get to get out of the airport, just basically saying that we checked the results, it's negative, and that's it. And the other one, basically you give to the hotel wherever you are staying, so they know that you are negative. So we stayed at Costa Esmeralda Village. It was $600, 4 days, 3 nights. It was like $150 per person. It was 4 of us girls. I did really like the property. I kind of like places that remind me of home. I am from Guyana, so I like that, like the palm trees and stuff. I was definitely feeling that vibe. So if you are looking for a place to stay, I would definitely recommend the place. But they did have, 1 or 2 things that I didn't like. Like, for instance, customer service. Like, you have a concierge and you can just call downstairs. No. The thing about it is that after a certain time, the one person that I see there, he's gone. So they have like a WhatsApp number that you can, like, if you have any problems, you can just text them and they would, get back to you right away. But I didn't like that. I like the whole idea of, having somebody 24/7, so you can just pick up the phone and call. That was one of the cons of the place, but I did like the Airbnb. The Airbnb was very nice. When I go on vacation, I more gravitate to Airbnbs, and if you are definitely going to Aruba and you're trying to budget, you're a budgetista like me. They say I'm cheap, but I'm not that cheap. But I do like to stay in Airbnbs. I like the whole being able to, like just walk around. You have all of this space. And if you're staying with 4 girls or you're staying in a bigger group, you definitely would want to do that. It had 2 bathrooms, which I did really like. Again, if you're going in a group, every girl knows you have that one friend that takes like 30 minutes to an hour to get their makeup done. You know who I'm talking about. You already start thinking about names. I know, for instance, my sister, when she has to put makeup on, she's taking an hour. So that one bathroom thing is just not going to be popping with me. 10 minutes, my makeup is on. So it's definitely good for that. And I like the little patio at the back, and they had 2 pools and stuff like that. And we were able to make breakfast every morning. So if you're definitely going to Aruba and you're thinking of all the ways you can save, then yeah, an Airbnb is definitely the thing that you want to do. Now I am going to talk about we're going to talk about the transportation. We're going to talk about the currency, the safety of the place. Let me just say, off the bat, I feel very safe. I felt very safe in Aruba. I didn't have any issues with anything. It is like one happy island, like they say. Everybody is so nice. Everybody is so sweet. And then, secondly, I did also like the idea that, even our driver was very helpful, like gave us little tours and stuff like that. So that is definitely something that I really did like. So I felt very safe. So if you're wondering if Aruba is a safe island, yes, it definitely is. Secondly, you do not need to change your money. They do accept American dollars. So if you're worried that maybe you might get Flores back, I would just ask, am I going to get American currency back? And if they said yes, which 98% of the time they will say yes, then you can definitely do that. When I went to KFC, because when we first got there, we went to KFC. That's a little thing that I always have to do too, like to try different KFC when I go to places. They did say, they didn't have enough change. So what I did was just use my card. So if you have a card that has 0, like foreign transaction fee, you definitely want to go ahead and you definitely want to just make sure you have that card that you can definitely use. Okay. So we talked about, the currency. We talked about, transportation. That is what I need to mention. So we had a private driver, and I think per se, when you're going on vacation, this is something you need to know off the bat. Like, what kind of vacation are you trying to have? We were trying to have a relaxation vacation, and we already decided off the bat that we were not going to be driving. None of us. We were trying to get lit. Okay, so we were not going to be driving, so we knew that. So we had a private driver that we met on the second day of our vacation. He was so amazing. He was, showing us different places. Like, we had a little tour guide and a driver at the same time, so that was good. But I would recommend, if you are trying to save, I would definitely rent a car and just travel around the island, get through the entire island. It's very small, so I would definitely do that. But it is expensive because, for instance, let me give you an example. Going to Baby Beach, we literally spent over $100. Now, divided that into 4 people, it was like 20 something dollars. I think I'm doing the math. No, 30 something dollars. So, if you're going in a group of 2, $50 to travel to Baby Beach, you're definitely going to feel that. So you definitely want to rent a car, preferably a Jeep, because it's like a desert in certain places. So I would say, definitely drive. I would, if I'm going back to Aruba, which I probably will on some type of a vacation thing, but yes, I would definitely drive. You're definitely going to save a lot of money doing that. Now for the itinerary of the trip. Okay, so day 1, we got in, we, got relaxed, went to the pool, because we hadn't been on vacation for like a month, no, a year and a half. That's how long I hadn't been on vacation. So we went to the pool, we relaxed. We went to a restaurant called Papiamento. Now I did like Papiamento, but I wasn't that crazy about the food. If you saw my other video, like the video that I posted on Aruba, I had like the Neptune, the lobster, I had the fish, and I had what else came in it? The lobster, the fish, and the shrimp. I thought it was chicken, but it wasn't. It was fish. So the presentation was good, but first of all, it wasn't filling. It was like $65, and it's like. But I will say it was okay. I'm not gonna say it's a horrible place. I'm not gonna say the food was horrible, but I will say that for that much money that I'm spending for dinner, I would have liked it to be filling and taste a little better, maybe a little bit more seasoned, maybe a little bit more flavor. But that's just me, because I'm from the Caribbean. Because you know how us Caribbean people are. We always like flavor and everything. But yeah, I thought it was. But overall, it was good. The atmosphere was good. It was just really nice. Like a lot of palm trees, pool in the middle. It was very nice. And it was very close to our Airbnb. We could literally walk. It's like a minute walk, like right over. So if you're going to Aruba, you're staying maybe there, you might want to check out Papiamento. Would I go back to that restaurant? Maybe I'll try. Maybe I would, but I would just try something different. But especially when I go out of the US, I like to try seafood. It's just always a safer bet for me. So definitely. Day 2, we went to Baby Beach. So Baby Beach is one of my favorite beach, hands down. Okay, if you cannot swim, this is where you need to be. Okay, I loved Baby Beach. There was not a lot of people on there, but of course it was around COVID. Well, we're technically still in a pandemic, but it wasn't a lot of people. So that was a good thing. And I don't know, it's just something about Baby Beach. I mean, and the fact that I can't swim, but I did like Baby Beach a lot. Like I said, my favorite beach, hands down. There was a restaurant called Big Mama. Big Mama was good. The food was actually very good. At that point, I didn't have great food, but when I had Big Mama, it was good. Okay, I think I had like a stewed chicken and peas and rice, and that was good. I think there might be a restaurant like when you come out of the beach, but I don't know what that restaurant was. I didn't really pay much attention to that because I was just feeling Big Mama. Outside, there is like a little like stand, I would say canteen, but probably like a food kind of truck. If you don't want to spend a lot of money, I would just suggest just stepping out and just go. It's like right there. You cannot miss it. And like I said, Baby Beach is expensive to get to, especially if you're staying in the high-rise part of Aruba, where that's where Palm Beach is. So you're definitely going to want to rent a vehicle and just drive up there. To be honest with you, you're definitely gonna feel it more if you are a party of 2, because paying $54, I think we paid each way, you're definitely gonna feel it. If you're in a big group and you hire a private driver, you won't care, because you're only gonna be paying maybe $10, $20 per person, $30 per person, which is not too bad. I mean, it is a lot of money just using for transportation on one trip, but you're not gonna feel it as much. So definitely consider driving. We had a late start that morning, so we just went back home. We just chilled, relaxed. We had wine. We have like a little patio outside, so we just sat there and just relaxed. That was day 2. Day 3, we went to Palm Beach. Now, if you are interested in all of the water sport, that's exactly where you need to be. Palm Beach, that's where the nightlife is. You want to dance, you want to go to the bar, you want to have a drink. I mean, of course, it's not as crowded because at that point they have a curfew and everything. But you definitely want to check out Palm Beach. I wouldn't say that was my favorite beach. I wasn't really interested in the the water sports. I was just more interested in just laying out and just relaxing, getting the sun, you know, being out, being in a different country. That's what I was really concerned with. I was not concerned with water sports because I travel, you know, I do travel, you know, I would say maybe 4 times a year. So, but I just needed to just relax. This was just a relaxing vacation. We did check out Eduardo Shack, which is on Palm Beach. It was amazing, okay? I tried the acai bowl. If I could go back to Palm Beach every morning and grab an acai bowl, I would. Okay, it was very good. I loved it. So if you're definitely going to Palm Beach, you're definitely going to want to check that out. And like I said, that's where the more of the nightlife is going to be, and like on the strip. So which you're not going to be far from if you are staying on that side. So definitely check that out. So the next day we went to after Palm Beach we went to the Flying Fishbone. Easy, one of my favorite restaurants there. Now, I had made this reservation 2 months ahead of time, okay? Because from the moment I knew that I was going to Aruba, okay? Amanda's birthday was in February, so we really didn't do anything much for her birthday. I told her when we get to Aruba, we're definitely going to do something. So I had already made reservations for the Flying Fishbone before she even told me, oh, I saw a restaurant with people dining in the water. I was like, I got you, girl. I already booked it. We are booked and ready to go. So I had made reservations. It was very nice. It was different, dining in the water. And we went like around 5 o'clock. So we got the sunset. It was just an amazing day. It was just like this, I don't know, it's like picture perfect day or picture perfect night, if you want to say. If you have a birthday, if you have maybe celebrating anniversary, a graduation, it doesn't matter what the event is. I definitely would suggest the Flying Fishbone. That was one of the best restaurants that I went to. It's it's pricey. Like Aruba is pricey. Let's just face it. Aruba is pricey, but if you're looking for a restaurant to listen, and you never know, you might want to propose there too. The sunset, feet in the water. See, I'm giving you guys ideas. So yes, so you definitely want to go there. It's definitely, like I said, one of my favorites. So we just had dinner there. I got a margarita, and I got some type of, I think it's martini. It was like I don't remember what it was. I think it was like a martini. It came with like, I think the martini at the top, like water or something at the bottom of it. It's like, it looked like a fish bowl. I don't remember the name. It might have been a martini. Yeah, so we finished up dinner there. We got back, to our hotel, like maybe around 8 and change. And we just went to the supermarket, grabbed more stuff to make for breakfast. And we just relaxed that night, okay? By our last day there, we went to Zeerovers. Okay, so before I went to Zeerovers, this is actually very important. We did our COVID test. So we were trying to do it the day before, which is 3 days before we came back, and it was recommended to us to do it 48 hours before we leave and not 72 hours, because just in case there's a delay in flight or stuff like that, you'll still be good. So we went back that Friday. We got our COVID test, and this is where it gets a little weird. Okay, first we did our COVID test. It's like in the Plaza Mall, which was kind of weird. I'm like, is this a hospital? Is this a doctor's office? I was kind of confused. Anyway, so we went in there to take our COVID test. Then the guy comes with the swab. Now, I took a COVID test before to come here, right? And I know you go, in your nostril, you're doing the PCR test. He went, now open your mouth. I'm like, open my mouth. He's like, in my throat. And then next thing you know, he's like, oh, all the way up here, all the way up. It was pretty uncomfortable. But listen, you got to do what you got to do. You need to be tested before you come back. So that was it. But I'm just preparing you guys. So when you go there, just know they do the mouth swab and then the nose swab. So, and that is the right test, okay? and you will get your test back. I would say 12 hours, because literally by the time we booked off the Sunset Cruise, our test was already in my email saying, oh, your test is completed, whatever. And then I just opened the app and I was able to view my results. Okay. So, yes, so that's the COVID part. So, the COVID testing part. Now after that, we went to Zeerovers. Now, Zeerovers is a restaurant, that was definitely recommended by the locals. It's one of the favorites. And I did watch a lot of videos, and that was one of the places that they had recommended. So, we went to Zeerovers. Did not regret it. It was good. I had so much food. My total came out to, like, with all the food that I did have, like, if you did look at my video, I had 2 types of fish in there. I had French fries. I had plantains. I had palm body. I had I think it's like I had onions, and I had is it like I'm not sure if it's like a mayo. I don't remember, but that was good. Everything was good, hands down. I had enough that I actually split it up. I ate some there, and then I had some the night that we came from Zeerover. It was that good. I would definitely recommend it. Put this on your list. You definitely want to try the local spots. After we got pretty full, we went back to our Airbnb. We used the pool. We relaxed, and then we went to a sunset boat cruise. Okay, now, if you're going to a sunset boat cruise, that's one thing I would definitely recommend. I loved it. The atmosphere was just good. It was just so beautiful, seeing the sunset from afar. So definitely do that. And it was like $40. We paid $40, but I don't know. Maybe it's just us or just the cheapness. I don't know, but we paid $40. We got a I Love Aruba t-shirt with it. We got appetizer, unlimited drinks. It was really good. I think the name of the cruise ship that we went with was Daphne. Daffy or Daphne? Anyway, I have to look for that name, and maybe I'll just link it below. Yeah, and it was like $40. Like, what better way to go have appetizers, relax on a cruise for $40? That is a steal. Anyway, so we did that. We came off of the cruise ship. We had a drink by the high-rise hotels. Then we also went to so we walked down the strip, which, we probably should have done that before, because I always, I thought that maybe when I went to what was it? I went to Cuba, and that was one of the lessons that I learned. Like, the first day you go, you explore. You go everywhere and you explore. You see exactly what they have, and then you determine where you're gonna go. But we didn't do that. I mean, we walked around our area, but I mean, they had other spots there that, Azaya. Well, it's spelled like my niece's name, but it's not pronounced that way. So I know there's definitely like a lot of restaurants that salt and pepper. So you definitely want to just like walk down the strip and see what they have. But we did walk down. We got souvenirs and stuff like that. So that's how we spent that night, and that was our very last night there. Then we did go to, well, this was the 5th day. We went to Flamingo Beach. Now, I did stay at the Renaissance Resort, and I'm going to tell you this right off the bat. Renaissance Hotel, customer service is phenomenal. It's great, which you would expect if you're paying $560, was it like $62 for that one night that we stayed there. The customer service was great. I think the room was nice, but not my cup of tea. In terms of, let me tell you why. Because we stayed there. So when I booked the room, I was looking for something that maybe had like 2 beds, right? So they were like, okay, you have this room. The only thing we have is something with a pull-out couch, and we have a bed. Fine. Okay. It's girls, I'm not from the Caribbean. I don't care. So, we decided to, like I said, okay, I'll just take the pull-out bed. Worst mistake of my life. Okay. I woke up, on my birthday with back spasms. I felt like everywhere was hurting me, pretty much. But I mean, the bed was okay, the room was okay, but I wish that part was a little bit better. But you know, so if you are going to be, well, I just decided to stay there because it was just easier for us. I mean, I'm not going to be paying to drive back and forth to the Airbnb, plus, pay to stay there. And then when we were going to the restaurant, that's another money that was actually farther from where we were. So that was going to be a lot more money that we had to spend. So it was just easier. And then we had to pay $125 for the ticket. That just didn't make sense. I was like, girls, we're just going to pay the money and we're just going to stay at the Renaissance Resort. Flamingo Island, that was the main reason for us staying there, to go to the Flamingo Island, which was nice. It's just very, what should I say? It's not a noisy, like people go to the beach and you want to be playing music. No, there's very soft music playing there. There is a bar there. They give you little chits to use the restroom there. So it was a different experience. I think that now that I went and I paid my money, I probably won't be going back and doing it again. But I think overall that was good. So after the Flamingo Island, with the flamingos, we went to Old Man in the Sea for my birthday. I will say that is one of my favorite places. I'm gonna tell you why. First of all, it's like a hidden gem. Okay, not a lot of people know about this place. All right, and I did ask the lady that normally does like reservations and stuff like that. I said, how come nobody knows about this place? How come, like, I just happened to look at some video and I saw this place? And she was like, yeah, because it's a hidden gem. Now you walk into this place, you're hearing like little steel drums, so you're already getting that Caribbean vibe, right? The entire place is beautiful. Okay, beautiful. You can, like, and this is what it reminds me. It gives you this lovey-dovey feeling. Like you walk out there and then there are like beds. You can eat and then you can go lay on the bed with your husband, significant other, whoever. You can lay on the bed. You can relax. They have little hammocks. You can like lay in the hammocks and just relax. I mean, the whole place is just amazing. That, like I said, one of my favorite restaurants. The scenery was amazing. The food was good. I wouldn't say excellent, but it was good. I mean, it was expensive because my meal alone was like $100, like what my friends paid, so I didn't really care. But overall, I would say it was very, very nice. You have to look at my video in order to see what I was talking about. And I think the favorite part of that night was when they came out and they were singing Happy Birthday. Now, when you go to restaurants and they sing Happy Birthday for you, you know, half of the times it's just dry. You know, but by the time they get to you, they probably done did 20 happy birthdays before, and they probably just coming to you with like the lowest amount of energy. So yes, so I loved it. It was an amazing night. My friend surprised me with the whole singing, and I thought that was amazing. We went back to the hotel where they had a cake waiting for me, which was so amazing. I really liked it. They knew it was my birthday. I said I was coming for a birthday trip, and they did the whole cake for me and everything. And it was just that just capped the night on, capped the night off, I should say, which was really good. I got to ring in my 35th birthday with my amazing friends. And the last day, we actually had breakfast outside, because at this point we were always making breakfast at the Airbnb where we were at. So at this day we went to the Pancake House, which was really good. I was actually surprised that I actually liked the pancake. It was really good. So you definitely want to check that out. And then we did like a nice little photo shoot. I got the little matching birthday shirts with everybody's personality, which was really good because it kind of brought everybody pictures to life. You know, I had the mean and unfiltered one. I had the birthday chick. I had the bad and bougie, the late but I was on time chick. So I got that from, I think it was SD. So if you definitely want to look little ideas, you can definitely do that. One more, like, important thing, actually, two important things. One, when you are coming back to the US, okay, there is an American embassy in there. Okay, you need to be there 3 hours ahead. Okay, don't wait. Oh, you know, it's probably going to take 2 hours because, you know, it's not a lot of people. No, you have to go through security twice. You have to go pick your bag up. You have to go through the American Embassy. You have to, it's just a whole process, okay? So I am telling you this because I've watched a lot of videos and people really didn't say that. So definitely you want to do that, okay? That is the most important thing. When coming back, make sure you're there 3 hours before. So that's pretty much about it. So until the next time, make sure you have fun. And what you can do is just comment below. I need you guys to comment. Like, if you went to Aruba, you had an amazing time, or this video helped you in any way, I just definitely want you to comment below. Okay, so I need to know how that vacation was. If you have any other recommendation that you might want to add, definitely do that. If you want to ask me any question that I did not cover, I didn't talk a lot about the private driver because I didn't want to put any information out there. But if you guys are interested in the private driver, you definitely want to shoot me a message on IG, and I'll just send you the information so you can have a private driver. I definitely felt safe.